Hello again, it's me, Shadow Hoodie Gamer, and we're going to have another unboxing video for another Commander Precon deck from Magic the Gathering. And as per the previous video, when I was unboxing the Tarkir Dragonstorm Precon deck, which is the Mardu Surge, I kinda have to end it a bit too early because I had a migraine attack in the middle of recording that video, so I really needed some rest and so that I can recover. But I'm okay now, so far so good. So for our video this time, I'm going to unbox another Commander Precon deck from the latest set of Magic the Gathering, which is actually kind of a sequel, or rather, yeah, it looks like it is a sequel to the previous set of Strixhaven, which is Secrets of Strixhaven. And I'm not really familiar with its story yet because, like I said in the previous video, I just got back from a 5-year retirement. So I'm kinda like a new player again of the sorts when it comes to the lore and when it comes to getting used to this commander format. Anyway, okay, so for this Precon commander deck, it's the Lorehold Spirit card deck. And it says here on the box, leave the graveyard, buff spirits. So, based from my past player experiences and other card decks that I have encountered and played against, and at one time used as well, card decks in Magic the Gathering that is directly associated in using the graveyard as an engine or a win condition is usually associated with the colors black and green, or just plain mono black. So this one's a bit bizarre because for me this is actually the first time I have seen a red and white card deck which runs from the graveyard. That's not really how a red and white card deck works. It actually works like any other aggressive card decks. It's supposed to be an aggro type of card deck if it's red or white. Any card deck that's associated with red is supposed to be aggressive, as in straightforward aggressive. Like it's kind of like green, except that it's not mindless bashing. It's more of like calculative combat. Anyway, setting the explanation aside, this is entirely new to me, so gonna have a look. Sorry about that, bumped the camera again. Okay, so harness the ghost of the past. Okay. Battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Commander, Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Set out on a Lorehold expedition with Quintorius and planeswalk a lethal path across the table. Create spirits when cards leave your graveyard. Okay, there's a hint on how it works. Then pile on typo spirit bonuses and buffs to bury your opponents 6 feet deep. Ooh, sounds dark. 6 feet deep, huh? Okay, so the commander is actually a planeswalker. Okay, before I retired from the game 5 years ago, I have already encountered planeswalker cards. It's a new type of card in in Magic back in the near 2010s, I think, if I remember correctly. It was never a thing back then. There was no such thing as a planeswalker card. And basically, a planeswalker card is like a player. It also represents itself as a player. So it's you using the card deck, and then when you cast a planeswalker card, you put that planeswalker on the battlefield, and that planeswalker also acts like a player. It also has its own life points, which they call loyalty points, which signifies their loyalty to you, the primary player, since they are the secondary player, and they can be attacked directly by your opponent's creatures. If you are totally defenseless, they can either choose to attack either you or the planeswalker. If the planeswalker runs out of loyalty counters and it reaches 0, much like how you, the player, would reach 0 life points, the planeswalker card, or rather the planeswalker, dies from the battlefield and it goes to the graveyard. In this case, for this planeswalker, Quintorius History Chaser, it goes back to the command zone since Quintorius is the commander of this card deck. Okay, so let's start opening so we can see the card more clearly. Okay, sorry about that. Keep hitting the camera stand. Okay, but before we proceed, I just want to check this out. Shout out again to Mikuros Man Studios for providing his services once more in creating a customized deck box for the Lorehold Precon. Look at that. It has the symbol of Lorehold College, just as I have requested. And this is the set symbol of Strixhaven, the first one, the first Strixhaven set. This is the symbol of their set. I think the symbol of Secrets of Strixhaven is now an owl, not this bird. It's an owl. So I chose this one instead because it looks cooler. And we have a mugshot of Quintorius. Looks pretty cool. A bit cute if you ask me. An elephant. Yeah, imagine that. An elephant planeswalker. That's the first time I've heard of it. There you go. Same mechanism. Lock switch. Sweet. Nice interior. Okay, I'm gonna slide it back. Okay, I'm gonna put it aside here. We're gonna set it up later after this video. Just wanna share to you guys unboxing this and having fun unboxing it. No need for medical gloves just like the last time. Not that I'm not excited anymore, but I'm still excited about this. Okay, let's begin. I think it also has a message upon opening this part, just like in the Tarkir Dragonstorm Precon deck. Or at least that's what I'm guessing, if it has any. So let's see. Yeah, I think it does have a message. Okay. Okay, show off your school spirit. Wow, that's very high schoolish. or college, rather, since Strixhaven is about colleges. Kind of like, kind of like Harry Potter. It has that Harry Potter vibes. There's five sections or colleges, universities that are battling each other for supremacy, something like that. Never, never checked the story yet because I'm busy at work. Anyway, okay, same interior as the Tarkir Dragonstorm Precon deck. Okay. Also has an instruction manual. Okay. Same, just like in Tarkir. Colors of magic. Also, the commander rules. This would really come in handy, especially for new players. Okay, and the description on how to play the card deck. Okay, and we have the commander, Quintorius, History Chaser. Nice, and his co-commander, Excava, the Risen Past. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna put it here. Also has its deck box, which I'm not gonna be using anytime soon. Just gonna keep it as well for collection purposes. And there you go. Wow. Quintorius is also a foil card, just like Zorgo. Interesting. Nice. I'll be guessing it also has those +1/+1 counters at the back. Oh. Oh, this one. Oh, this is different. Spirit? A spirit token? Okay. Interesting. Nice. Okay, let's begin. I've already prepared its snap case so I can put Quintorius inside, safe and secured. Outer sleeves and its dedicated card sleeves. You might be wondering what that is. Yeah, I just got this today. It's a good trade if you ask me in my point of view. It's another commander deck. Guess who it is? Yep, you see it right. It's Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Recently, Magic the Gathering is making a lot of collaboration with various franchises, whether it be Doctor Who, or Transformers, or Lord of the Rings. I think I may have already mentioned that in the previous video, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember that much anymore. I've been too busy with stuff. Anyway, yeah, Magic the Gathering made a collaboration with the entire Final Fantasy franchise, and this is one of them, Tifa. She is actually, according to my friend who bought a Precon commander deck of Final Fantasy VII, Tifa is actually the co-commander of Cloud Strife. So there's a pre-constructed commander deck of Cloud Strife for the Final Fantasy VII set, and Tifa is included in that box as a co-commander. So the previous owner of this card deck decided to build an entirely different commander deck revolving around Tifa herself. See. So the card deck revolves around her ability. And yeah, I'm gonna try this out tomorrow. We're gonna have another commander session tomorrow, and it's on a Mother's Day. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, but don't worry, I already spent time with family today, so that I won't have to worry about anything tomorrow, even if it's Mother's Day. So we already made a advanced celebration. Okay, so this commander deck here is Tifa Lockhart. So we're gonna just put that aside. I'm gonna ready it tomorrow. And we're going back to Quintorius. Okay. Still not used to opening these protective covers. Very sturdy. I think this is, yeah. Obviously, this is just the second time I tried opening this kind of packaging. Yeah. Did I sounded awkward a moment ago? I think I kind of stuttered when I mentioned Tifa's name when I was explaining the card deck. Yeah. Pardon me for that. I'm not used to talking a lot in videos. This is just the second time. I usually just upload streams of my gameplay from various video games that I like. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so very shiny foil. Kind of hurts the eyes. Not really advisable for those with astigmatism. Anyway, okay, Quintorius, History Chaser. Okay, 2 colorless mana, 1 red, 1 white, total of 4. Legendary Planeswalker, Quintorius. Okay, whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. That's kind of painful for a creature token. Usually token creatures are just 1/1. Power of 1 and defense of 1, or rather toughness of 1. This is kind of big. 3/2. It's gonna hit you hard. Okay, so by adding an additional loyalty counter +1, it says here you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards, then mill a card. Mill means that you're going to put 1 card from your library to your graveyard. You're gonna throw it away. You're gonna dump it. Like pretty much how you throw garbage at the trash bin. You know what I mean. Anyway, okay. So his ultimate, yeah, kind of sounded like those super special moves from Dota. Okay. Ultimate, okay, -4 loyalty, so it's gonna reduce Quintorius to 1 loyalty counter near death. Okay, spirits you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. Okay, so for a short explanation on what double strike is, it's related to first strike. When a creature has a first strike ability, that creature can deal damage before it can even enter combat. So before the defending creature would block the creature with first strike before they enter the combat zone for the combat sequence. The creature with first strike has already dealt damage to that defending creature, depending on the creature's power, the one that has first strike. So now that I have explained what first strike is, you would probably figure out what double strike is. So it's pretty much painful if you get hit by a creature with double strike. They will basically hit you twice. And that's quite painful, especially if their power stats are high. Okay. Oh, there's another description at the bottom of the card. Quintorius, History Chaser, can be your commander. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty clear. And this is his co-commander, Excava, the Risen Past, legendary creature. Spirit Horse. Okay. Spirit Horse. Okay, flying haste. Okay, haste is another ability of a creature. Usually when you cast a creature spell in Magic the Gathering, it has summoning sickness. The kind of sickness that a creature would experience after being summoned by a wizard or a sorcerer or a planeswalker in the game in Magic. So when a creature enters the battlefield, it will not attack right away. It cannot attack right away unless they have haste. That's it. As simple as that. If the creature doesn't have haste, it will stay for the rest of the turn until you pass your turn, and then your opponent's turn goes up next, and then they pass their turn, and then when your next turn arrives, that's the only time that your creature without haste can now attack. That's how it works. And flying, it's pretty much self-explanatory. The creature's flying, and as an additional plot twist on flying creatures, they cannot be blocked by creatures without flying, for obvious reasons. Because they are, flying. They can't reach them. Unless a creature has the reach ability. The reach ability allows a creature to block flying creatures during combat. So that's it. That's a summary of it. And also, other flying creatures can block flying creatures. It's kind of like a simple logic regarding combat. You can learn more by watching tutorials and other videos on YouTube, and you can read more on Google and on the official website of Magic the Gathering. Okay, anyway, we're gonna stroll around, browse the card deck. Okay, Lorehold Archivist. First strike. See, that's what I'm talking about. First strike. Power 3. Toughness 2. It has 3 power, so it can deal first strike damage of 3 before it can enter combat with the defending creature. So that's an early kill. Okay, Augusta, Order Returned, Flying. Okay, Vigilance. In Magic the Gathering, when a creature is attacking, you need to tap it. You need to turn it like this on the battlefield, like that, sideways. If the creature has excuse me. if the creature has vigilance, they don't have to anymore. They just stay like that. Okay. So that's how vigilance works. Okay, ceaseless conflict. Ceaseless conflict. Destroy all creatures. Then create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token for each non-token creature you controlled that was destroyed this way. Okay. Vanguard of the Restless. What is this card? I have to read more about this. This is new to me. Enchantment. Class. Class. As in class lesson. Okay. I'm gonna find out more about that later on. Fateful Tempest. Interesting. Wow. I gotta I gotta do my homework on some of the cards here. They are new, especially this one. This creature has a built-in spell. Okay, what does it say here? At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more artifact and or creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared. Okay, when it's prepared, you may cast a copy of its spell, which is this one, Restore Relic. Okay, doing it unprepares it. Yeah, doing so unprepares it. Okay. So it's kind of a one-time gimmick. Unless you meet the prepared requirements again, it will become prepared again. Or at least that's how I understand it. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, like I said, red and white is not supposed to be a graveyard associated card deck. So I'm gonna have to study more about this. Why, if you might ask? I've seen it in action before. When we had our previous commander session, one of our friends gave us the opportunity of using all 5 of the Precon commander decks of Secrets of Strixhaven. And I've seen Quintorius in action. One of my friends was able to choose Lorehold at random, and he was able to use that Precon deck, this actual Precon deck, the same one. So my other buddies provided us those 5 Precon decks of Secrets of Strixhaven, and the gimmick was it's a roulette. You get to have a Precon commander deck at random. So the Lorehold deck that was chosen by one of my friends, he used it. So I've seen it in action. I've seen how strong this card deck is. Fresh from the box, no upgrades, nothing, as in nothing yet whatsoever. Fresh from the box, as in all of the cards was just put in card sleeves, put in a deck box, and then we get to choose at random. And I've seen this card deck in action. It is scary. Spells that eliminates the graveyard will not work. I've seen it. It will not work on this card deck. You'll just make it more scarier. You will just add more problems than you are not supposed to if you do that. But only if Quintorius is on the battlefield, because of his ability. For every card that leaves your graveyard, if Quintorius is active on the battlefield, it will produce a 3/2 red-white spirit token, and that's what makes it scary. So that was, yeah, I saw it. That was, wow, that was 23 or almost 30 spirit tokens. Man, that was a nightmare. And all of them have double strike. All of them have double strike. Very nice. This is a very nice card deck. I did not regret choosing this during the pre-order promotions. I made the right choice. I've seen it in action. I've even watched the reviews, even actual matches on YouTube. This is good. Very good card deck. Worth the buck. For those who are going to try and play Magic the Gathering for the first time, this is a very good card deck. This is a good way to start off in Magic the Gathering. And also another card deck, which is Silver Quell. What is the name? Yeah, Silver Quell. The color is white mana and black mana, white and black. So that Precon commander deck is also good, but I did not choose that because I find this more appealing to me, because in my past years as a Magic the Gathering player, my mana color has always been red. So I chose this because its primary color is red. So anyway, I gotta set this up because there's gonna be a huge battle royale tomorrow together with my friends once more. It's gonna be a Mother's Day Slugfest. So as Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda would say, this battle is gonna be legendary. Okay, so always stay safe, take care of yourselves. I'm gonna prep this up, and also Tifa, and I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.